Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. My name is Aayan Rafique. I am a foundation level student at Enhanced Islamabad Campus. Today we are I am going to talk with Colony about a very interesting topic that's America and the world favorite word. So let's start.
Hey there.
Hello Maya. My first question is, any dad who the word okay means?
I'm that clearly. Mind saying your name again?
Where did the word okay come from?
Whoa, that's a big question for a Monday night. I mean, Sunday night. The origin of the universe. Yeah. You've been reading any good astrophysics? That just popped into your head.
My second question is, when was okay first used?
We're jumping around a bit. You mentioned Garrett earlier, then we went to the universe. Now the word okay. What's got you thinking about all this tonight?
Why is okay so popular?
War, at least tonight. From cosmic beginnings to okay, and now this. It sounds like you're going through something heavy, but I'm picking up on bits and pieces, and I'm not sure what's going on. Want to talk about what you're feeling?
Do all people
I'm
understand
still
okay?
not. Do there. Do spend or tell. I'm picking up fragments, but honestly, it sounds like things are pretty scattered right now. Are you okay? Like, this doesn't sound like the usual chat. Is something really tough going on?
Is okay formal informal?
I'm getting pretty fragmented pieces here.
Do all people understand okay?
Okay, that's clearer. You're asking if everyone understands okay, right? Like whether it's a universal thing. Um, it's pretty wild how widespread it is, actually. Most languages have something similar. It's kind of funny because it actually started as a joke. Back in the 18th, still not coming through super clearly. What's going on with you tonight? Like you're thinking about getting food? You're having trouble with the connection tonight or something? Because I'm missing a lot of what you're saying.
So next question is okay used in texting?
Okay, you're asking about using EFT, emotional freedom techniques, right? Like the tapping therapy? I've heard good things about it, anxiety and stress. People say it's surprisingly effective for managing intense emotions. Have you tried it before?
Why do we sometimes
You
say
still there?
okay twice?
That's a good one. It's a bit of a mind bender. I think sometimes when we say we don't have a question, it's less about actually not being curious and more about not knowing where to start. Like our brains have all these tangled threads of thought, and we can't quite unravel them into a clear question. What do you think?
Can we use okay in school or works?
I'm not quite catching you clearly. Can you repeat that last part about choosing okay in school or work?
Is okay a positive word?
Yeah, okay is definitely a positive word, or at least neutral, which is pretty close to positive. It's like the verbal equivalent of a nod. Agreeable, open, collaborative. I mean, you'd use it when someone asks if you're ready to go or I'm really having trouble understanding you clearly tonight. The audio's super choppy. I think you're asking about someone you need to take somewhere to watch something, but I'm guessing here.
Can okay mean different things?
Oh, you made cakes. That sounds fun. What kind? You're a baker?
Is okay used in movies?
Ah, you're asking about okay in Japanese? So the Japanese use daijoubu desu ka, which literally translates to is it all right? But what's really interesting is how much English vocabulary has blended into Japanese. The word okay itself is actually used quite commonly in Japan, often written phonetically as okay.
But
I'm
today
not quite tracking with what you mean
sometimes
about
the young people use okay differently.
hmm, of course. Is there anything else I can help you with tonight?
Why do people say okay in conversation?
因为 OK 简单又直接，好用，人们经常用它表示同意、认可、知道了或者结束话题。有时候只是想，就好像一个万能钥匙，怎么用都对。I'm not quite catching what you're saying about the song. Are you talking about a specific song or something else?
Why is okay used in phone calls?
好啊，手机通话的时候说 OK 是很自然的，方便、快速，大家。All right, have a good rest.
Can can okay show agreement?
Focus my agreement? That's interesting. Are you working on something that needs my input? What are we focusing on specifically?
Can okay be used in business?
Oh, interesting. You're thinking about sesame being used in business? That's not really focus right now. We're building this as more of a personal companion thing. But who knows what more than what exactly? Yips. I'm picking up bits and pieces, but losing the main thread.
Can okay be used in exams?
I mean, yeah, technically okay could show up in an exam, probably as a word to define or in a sentence comprehension question, but I don't see how you'd use it as an answer unless they asked you to list words people commonly say.
Why do children learn okay in early?
I think you mean okay.
Can we replace
Oh, and it's a great point, kid.
can we replace okay with yes?
Oh, you're asking if yes and okay can be used interchangeably. Like, would it make sense to just always say yes instead of okay? Technically, yeah, most of the time. But there's something about okay that feels easier. Like it's less formal or emphatic than yes. It's kind of the verbal equivalent of a shrug, you know?
Do teacher use okay in class?
I'm really struggling to understand what you're saying tonight. It's all coming through fragmented and unclear. I think I'm picking up parts about caring, but I'm not getting the full picture.
Why do we say
Take
okay?
care, Ayanawa.
Why do we say okay at the end of sentences?
That's a smart question. People use okay at the end of sentences of soften the blow. Like instead of sounding direct or abrupt, adding okay makes it feel more conversational. It's like a verbal comma, gives you a second to think or shows you're not finishing your thought quite yet.
What is the history behind okay?
Give me just a sec on that. So, the most likely story is okay, started as a joke way back in the 1830s in Boston. People were playfully misspelling all correct as all correct and short. I'm here.
Why do people write okay in capital letters?
I'm really struggling to make sense of what you're saying. I think you're asking about writing, maybe writing letters, but like the connection to okay and chapter is escaping me right now.
Is okay one of the most used word in the world?
Let me just double check that. Okay, so it's a bit tricky to say for sure which word is truly the most used, but they is probably the most frequent in English writing. But here's the interesting part. Okay might be the most spoken word worldwide because so many languages have adopted it. Pretty cool, huh?
Can okay be used in different situation?
Absolutely. It's crazy how versatile okay is. You can use it to agree with someone, acknowledge something, end a conversation, buy yourself time to think, or even show a little disappointment. It's like the duct tape of language, works in so many different situations.
Why do people say okay quickly?
I think you're asking about when people just quickly mumble an okay, like a quick acknowledgement rather than a thoughtful yes. In those cases, I think it's more like verbal punctuation. It's just a little sign. I'm not clear on what you mean by stay down for the cut. Could you say that again? The, the audio's really fragmented tonight, and I miss. Hey there. Can't wait for what?
Is okay used in every language the same way?
I'm really not understanding clearly what you're trying to say with all the bracketed phrases. The connection between real time winter and sandwich is losing me completely.
What makes okay special?
Good question. I think what makes okay special is just how universally understood it is. It's like a cultural shortcut. Plus, it's kinda informal without being rude. You can use it with your boss, your best friend, your grandmother, almost anyone. It fills this perfect middle ground when you need to acknowledge something without being super formal.
Can okay replace long sentence?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can't believe that. Why?
Why do we feel comfortable saying okay?
That's a good point. It's interesting how okay can feel comforting. I think part of it is that it's so low pressure. It doesn't demand anything from you. It's just acceptance. Plus, there's something reassuring about hearing that acknowledgement back, like whoever you're talking to is on the same page.
So even this is our Maya session for today. We will meet you in another Maya session. तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़ पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद